So good evening friends. Today we are going to discuss about a solar inverter. Myself Mayuri Worker from Urja Solar Electronics. So this is a solar array system. Basically a solar array system includes of an inverter. And what is the difference between this solar array inverter and other inverter? The solar array inverter has a optimizer between two panels. This is the biggest thing, that it has additional rather than our string inverter. See, basically there are two types of inverter. There is a string inverter and the non-string inverter, you can say in basic language. So what we are going to discuss, I am just highlighting you. There is some slides that we are already telling you down simple. Okay. So what is in the solar age? In solar age you have a one of the mini or simply a optimizer which is attached between two panels or to the single panels. It depends on which type of wattage panel you are using. Okay, so in short, we will have to start this now. So we are starting with this view. See, a module level optimization is achieved in this. We bought the, suppose for example of 5 kilowatt projects, we bought some projects 5 kilowatts. So we have a panel of, let us say, 335 wattage, 15 numbers panels. So what we are going to do, that in a basic thing we are going to attach all of them in a string, in a one string, and in a two string, and attaching to the inverter. Now in this case what happens, solar edge is about module level optimization, because each module's monitoring can't be performed in a string inverter, and we can perform each module level optimization in this solar edge inverter. Now how it's going to be achieved? It is achieved with this device that is called as power optimizer. So it is attached in between two panels or a single panel, depends upon the wattage, or there is a serial number to the some type of optimizer like P700, P850 and other things that we'll discuss in another time. So it is a module level optimization, and this enhancement of safety solutions. So basically what happens over here, it is a optimizer. You can see, you can read it, this is a per module maximum power tracking and all. Basic thing, the inverter has a 25 years warranty, which comes with also 25 years warranty of optimizer also. So what happened here is you got a 25 years optimizer warranty and plus inverter warranty. In natural standard cases or in traditional inverter, or basically in string inverter, you have only and only maximum 10 years warranty, or that is a 5 years warranty in some basic inverters like Grovat or other. Grovat also providing 10 years warranty, depends on other things, but maximum inverters are 5 years warranty. Nowadays there are some inverters, Grovat is also providing a 10 years warranty, or other inverters like Polycab also providing 7, 5, 10, depends on different schemes and other things. Or you can go for an extended warranty, like in Havells you have a 10 years warranty. But in basic solar age, it has provided 12 years warranty, which can be extended up to 25 years with the optimizer. So one thing is that you got extended up to 25 years warranty, so you don't have to worry for optimizer or inverters quality and performance for 25 years. Moreover, there is a chip which you have to insert in the solar age inverter to start it from first time. It is their standardization. Another thing is the photovoltaic. You know that what is this photovoltaic lights? It's a light converted into electricity, that is a semiconductor and all. So how that happen, as the solar is discussing here, that sunlight is fall on the panels and there is an N type of junction, P type of junctions, this, and how they are doped and how it's converted to electricity. So this is a basic type of cells. Solar cell are thin wafers. You don't know all these things. So one silicon cell produces a 0.5 volts. So basically these are the modules types. You can get it on internet, how the 325, 335 or mono panels, how they are manufactured and how the cell voltage is defined. Grid connected inverters, we have a on grid and off grid. We are here, this is completely an on grid inverter. We are going to discuss about an on grid inverter, which is based on node out MPPT. Inverter is converting a DC into the AC. It has an efficiency of 91 to 98%. DC volt rating, obviously this. and grid code compliance, transformer, transformerless, single, three phase. There are so many types. It is a transformerless basically. So now traditional inverters, let me explain it in another way how it is done. We have a traditional inverters, right? What happen in traditional inverter is basically this type of things happening, right? You have a one module. This is module 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. Now this is a modules we are performing. Now this is 1. Now if the third person is not feeling well, simply not feeling well, that means that he is not feeling well. It simply means in the module language, it partially shadow. There may be some shadow, or the different reason might be that module efficiency is not that much. Means this is a 335 watt module. This is also 335 watt module. But due to some reason, this is not working. It's working as 300 watt module. Maybe due to other reasons. And this is 335 watt, or this may be 315 watt due to some reason. That is a different thing as a module mismatch and other things. So what happened here, it is 300 wattage. Our basic thing is that it is working as a 300. So it is only little bit sick. So what happens now, a basic thing is that this person basically, or this module basically in string reduces his efficiency, this efficiency and this efficiency, and that whole string becomes a 300 watt. This is the simple of the solar edge. Now let us see why this has happened. Because simply all are in one string, nothing more else. You can see this is very basic thing. Because see, one, that what is going on here is simply this chain is all are in one string. All are in one string. All are in one string. You can see all people are driving any load, everyone. So what will be happen if this is a 100 watt module? For some reason this is 50 watt module and this is 100 watt module. Their efficiency, they are working with this speed, and it is a 400 watt. Due to some reason there is a shadow for 15 minutes or something, or suppose a bird, simply a bird sits on this panel. Too much birds are sitting on these panels and the efficiency of this is 50 watt. What could be then? All these people with run with only and only 50 watts speed. So what will be generation? The 50 into 1 hour. If it is for a point, simply for 1 hour, there will be a 50 watt, that is 0.05 units. It's simply 4 panels, 4 numbers panels. In 1 hour there can be a almost 1 unit, but whereas here only 0.05 units, just because of the little shadow. So let us say in another sense, we go to other things like that. Forget about these things. This is not a big thing. We are going to the next, discussing the next side. Let us go to here. Now this is in traditional inverter. What is happening? It is explained here. There is one string, you know all that, and it is attached to the traditional inverter. So all modules are in string like that. Now what happened in solar edge? We don't depend on the weakest channel, right? We are not depending on, as we have discussed, if it is have a 50 watts due to some bird shadow or due to temperature thermal mismatch or whatever the reason, we are not dependent on this person. He is not at our in chain. We have a separate chains. We are not bothered about it. we have a 335 watts, and if it is 50 watts, and if it is 335 watts, and if it is 10 watt even, we are cancelling this they can run with their own speed, and this module's efficiency get aggregated. So what happens in that case, if it is running for an hourly 1 hour, this case happens as compared to the last, we have almost zero point 0.8 units, that is approx 0.2% loss, whereas in other case loss we have almost 1 unit loss. Same case has happened. So many people have one thing that they say, so what thing, we don't have a shadow on our plants, and we don't have anything other than happening other things, we the birds don't come to our plants, and so many things are there, so why should we install the solar edge? See, basic thing that Solar Edge is giving you is a module level optimization. Suppose if this panel is damaged, or maybe not performing good, how can you verify that? You don't have anything to verify it. You have to check all the persons in traditional string. In the Solar Edge, you don't have to check anything. You can get it out at the online data that this module is not performing. So let us say in the distribution power harvesting system, how the Solaris system is working in. So there is, let us say a system is small, and let's say a 5 kilowatt single phase system, and we have attached a single modules to the single inverter. So you can see this is the optimizer we have attached to it. Again, this is the optimizer, single optimizer we have attached to each the panels. What is happening, each optimizer is then string and is going to the inverter. This is a solar edge inverter. You can't attach in other inverters using this optimizer. That is a different technology. You have, if you are buying this optimizer, you have to use this inverter. You don't have any option for that also. You have to mind it. Someone will say that I will use only this inverter, my inverter, and I will buy this optimizer. That's not going to happen. You have to note it down. So this way, it's a very easy thing. So what happening here, what is the lossing and what is the benefit? We have module to module mismatches covered, as already discussed. In factory already all modules are 335 wattage manufactured, but all modules don't have an efficiency same as 335. There is a tolerance of plus 2 3%. Anyone can understand that if 335 watt modules can give a performance of 300 watt, or some modules can give a 335 watt, some models can give 340 watt, some models will give 330 watt. 5 wattage can make a big difference in when they are in a string. So partial shading is covered, under voltage over voltage problem is covered, and the dynamic MPPT loss is also covered. Why all these things we have discussed, this module mismatch and partial shading. Why under voltage and over voltage and dynamic MPPT losses? Because in the string, if one module's voltage is high, another module voltage is low, there is another problem. That's under voltage and over voltage problem is solved. Also in the AC, it provides good adjustments where there is a low voltage problems or high voltage problems. Dynamic MPPT losses are also covered here. Now other known systems drawbacks: limited monitoring, obviously it's a module level optimization is performed. Limited roof utilization, we have a partial shading, we can install the module, whereas there is a shadow, we can get benefits from shadow also. So roof utilization can be done at 100%. Fire and electronization hazardous, this is the most important thing we have covered here. We are not covered here, but we're going to discuss it in other things, other things. Theft is another thing that we'll discuss in another scenario. So in this way, it has a 25 years warranty, module level optimization is achieved, and the most important, there is each module tracking can be performed within 25 years. Suppose you have a site, and in that site, considering an example that one module is not giving performance, the whole string level get affected. So you can have that performance calculations, which module is get affected, we can calculate from here. Now it's very easy to design, no string sizing, You don't need to have any string sizing definitions. In the normal inverter, you have only and only string sizing level, that is 5 kilowatt. 15 modules you attach and you go. But here in that case, this is not going to happen. You can have no string size. In normal string, you have only and only 15 numbers panels. That is why 15 numbers, because there is a maximum 1000 volts MPPT. So what is that you have to do? You have to, let's say a 45 volts which has a Vmax. So what you do, you have a 10, so 450 volt achieved. If it is 15, you have that, whatever it is, the calculation will come, but that should be below 1000 in normal case. If it is above 1000, you can't attach the inverter, because the string will not allowed in traditional inverter. But here it is not the issue, you can have attachment of these things. Now let us say the parallel string of unequal lengths can be, it is near flexible design, anyone can install it. String voltage is always optimized, and DC and AC conversion. So you can read this. Wire is saved, long string for saving on wiring and BOS components. This is the one thing that you save so much cost on the wiring and other things. Let us stick to another sides. SolarEdge have a 3 to 6 kilowatt, 7 to 12.5 kilowatts, 3-phase inverters. 6 kilowatt single phase is available, but basically you try to understand the costing for a smaller project is more. Why? Because 3 kilowatt inverter almost comes with the cost of I think so 65,000 or maybe more. So it is not that much feasible for a single phase sites, and for a 3-phase site it is actually feasible for a site above 10 kilowatt. That comes a normal solution, but it could be best if there is a solution of a 20, 25, 30, 40 kilowatt. It could compare with the traditional inverter and get the best performance. See, there are so many benefits. You can track it online. Fault location on site map could be tracked with the remote access. So you can read over there. Safety solutions. That is basically whenever there is a DC arc, it automatically shut down. So it protects from electrical arc. That is a new SolarEdge optimizer inverters have a tendency to detect an electrical arc. They get automatically detect it and they get automatically shut down. Obviously, the results in higher security for install and maintenance and saving, and better generation also. Because if a plants get affected due to the electrical arc and shut down for 3 days, you will definitely have a loss of for 3 days. But here the things doesn't happen like that. Basically, installer do not have to worry about the maintenance of the systems like a traditional inverter. Unique thief prevention, this is a very detailed matter, we can discuss on some other day. So basically, car parking comparative analysis, there is a one SolarEdge analysis. They have installed this 954 models of 235 watts. I understand the 235 watt is a small panel now today, but they have given an example, it how much electricity is generated in traditional and how much electricity is generated in SolarEdge inverter or a string optimized inverter. So this thing, SolarEdge inverter having the 17 kilowatt, say 12 kilowatt inverter, and the Solar Max, like Growatt or traditional inverters are there. You have 8 Solar Max, right? So module per string, where is the most important thing, there are 28, and here Solar Max you have 19 to 20 strings. So strings per inverter, you have only 2 strings per inverter, and here you have 6 strings, because basically 19 modules, there are 19 to 20 modules in one string, and here are almost 28 to 29 modules in one string. So basically the wiring cost reduced. So you will definitely say how much wiring cost is reduced, that is not the big thing. Wiring cost will be almost less. Yeah, basically look at this thing, that wiring cost is not that much, but the thing is that installation cost, then wiring cost is used when we are talking about the basic thing is that we have a wire which comes almost 50 rupees plus GST. So this cost is saved. This is per meter. At least this cost is saved for us. And if it is discussing about almost, let us say, we are thinking of 6 strings. 6 strings, and if we are required, normally we have a 10 meter wire is required, let us say, comparison. So here we have a 60-meter wire is required. So 60 into 50 rupees, it is a 3000 rupees. We are going to discuss in Indian currency. This is the second case as a Solar Max. Let us calculate in the first case where we have a SolarEdge inverter. We have a 2 strings. Basically here optimizer is provided with too much what do you say, wire. Optimizer have good wire, so we don't require a middle uh, wiring as a new wire. We had that already. Long wires we comes with the optimizer, so it is at only 20 meter. Now compare a 60 meter with 20 meter. You will definitely say that this 20 meter and this is 60 meter, so the difference comes with almost what say 40 meter. 40 meter wire, 40 into let us say 50 rupees, 2000 rupees is saving. So ultimately the saving is no need to tell that it is a 2000 rupees saving. So what that cost? Its cost is nothing as compared to the big project. This is the where people gets wrong. Try to understand, this 2000 rupees is not a big thing. Saving of this is not important our project, because we have to provide best quality to the customer. So why this is providing a best quality to the customers? Basic thing is that when we are saving this 2000 rupees, our project cost get reduced by this 2000 rupees. Another thing, when about the maintenance, we have a basic easy, number of strings are less, easy maintenance. Less the string, less the maintenance, or we can say easy to maintain, or easy for the maintenance. Now this is the basic thing what will happen with this. Now other things, let us go to the next page. We have the performance and we have result. Solar Max has generated 167 units. Why it has generated? Again, this number of string is less, so obviously the performance is good. 167 and 184, so it we don't need to calculate. It is a 10% annual extra generation. 167 megawatt and this is 184 megawatt, so we can have a 10% extra generation. For example, let us say we have a 10 kilowatt site. So 10 kilowatts into a normal generation, we say a 40 units, so it is a 40 units per day. Now add a 10% extra. We have 40 plus 4 units, that is 44 units. Isn't it a great, guys? We are getting 44 units, the 4 units per day extra. Let us say the 4 units cost a customer to 12 rupees, so 48 rupees per day is the saving. In actual calculation, we can have a 330 days, not a 365 days, but let us say 1500 rupees saving You can say very easily, right? So approx a 1500 rupees saving. This is a basic thing as compared to the 10 kilowatt. If you done for a 12 months and if you done it for a 25 years, you calculate it and comment it, you will definitely say a magical thing has happened. Lot of saving has done, right? So the basic thing is that we have saved our electricity, generated more electricity, and the ultimate purpose is of generating more electricity so we can consume more electricity. So best thing is that there is a shading loss, and here the shading loss is more. Now again, forget about the shading losses. We have the wiring thing. Think of it. You getting it? How much wire is less required and how much wire is required? Combiner box in AC and AC. This is the AC-DB, DC-DB we get combined over here. Generally we don't use an combiner in our normal cases. Some people use its combiner, but in big projects we have to use a combiner, whereas in SolarEdge we have only one combiner. But in big projects it is a very hard, because in the 100 kilowatt projects we have to attach a 50 kilowatt, two inverters, and then attach to the one AC combiner, and then go like that. In SolarEdge we have a 33.5 kilowatt inverter max, and we can extend it up to almost 37.5 kilowatt system. So the basic thing is that it is a comes with 40 kilowatt maximum panel. You can't have a 100 kilowatt project, 100 kilowatt solar system, 100 kilowatt inverter in SolarEdge. The maximum is 40 kilowatt panel you can attach to the SolarEdge inverter, in short. So we have a number of string. In DC we have a combiner 0 0. Here 4 requires, here 1 AC combiner is AC-DB DC-DB box. But in also in AC cases for a big projects, I have experienced it, we saved so much costing toward AC combiner also. So now let us go to the back to our presentation. What did happen is, in this is a same module, same they have taken another sites, and they have noticed the same thing. So more than 25% energy harvest and everything is done. So about the SolarEdge, they are founded in 2006. So what are the 150 employees, office in Germany, California, Japan, Italy, and over 65 patent files and 4 granted. This is about this company. This is about what I have already explained you. Hi, there is one thing. This remote maintenance of the system is 25 hours free. So thank you guys. This is Urja Saur Electronics presenting you this presentation. Basically we have presented and we have already doing installation of this. If you required or if you have any query about this, you can contact us personally at 855 48 111 or you can also have a visit our website urjasorelectronics.com, or you can also mail us at urjasaur electronics @gmail.com, or you can also this WhatsApp if you have any query. So thank you guys. This is Mayuri Worker signing off.